there. Have you ever read a word in English and been very confused about how it was spelled versus how it was pronounced? Today I'm going to talk to you about why this happens, and this should also help you to prepare for your homework assignment. So last week or earlier on, you practiced the names of the letters of the alphabet in English, okay? So one thing is to know letters, but in pronunciation, we have to focus on sounds. And letters and sounds are not the same thing. So I'm going to show you some examples and help you to understand this idea, okay? So let's take the word, for example, elephant. When you read this word, you see the letters P and H. However, when you pronounce this word, you know that it's pronounced elephant. Elephant, not elephant. We don't say elephant, right? So this tells us that there's a very clear difference between letters. Here we see the letters P and H, and sounds, which when we say this word, we hear the sound F, like an F sound, okay? So here's just one example so that you know what I'm talking about. So we're working under this idea that letters and sounds are not the same thing, okay? Sounds are what we put together to create words. Words are just a combination of sounds, right? We don't have to write in order to be able to have a word, okay? We just have to be able to put sounds together. Once we have a word, we have meaning. And meaning, right, putting words together, this is what allows us to share our ideas with each other, to communicate and have conversations, right, is by putting words together. We can have a conversation without writing anything. So all of writing, it's just another system of language, okay? Letters that we use for writing give us a way to express sounds through writing, okay? However, in English, letters and sounds do not have a one-to-one relationship, similar to the example you just saw. Here's what I mean. We can have the same sound in two different words, and that sound can be represented or written with different letters. So different letters can represent the same sound. Take, for example, these two words here. You have action and shoe. Both of those words have the sh sound. But action, this sh sound, is spelled with a T-I. And in shoe, that sound is spelled with an S-H. So I cannot say, oh, in English, there's a sound that is sh, and this is how you spell it, right? There are different variations, okay? And we can also flip that. We can say that we can have one letter and that letter can have more than one pronunciation, okay? So we can have different sounds that are represented or written with the same letter. So look at these two example words. You have acid and cat. Both of those words have the letter C. However, in the first word, acid, that C letter sounds like S, like an S sound. In cat, that C letter sounds like K or a K sound. right? So just because you see a C, doesn't mean you know the correct pronunciation, right? It could be a K, it could be a S. We don't know, right? So there are rules that you can learn around this. There are ways to regulate, but this example or these examples are just to show you that there's a separation, right? Sounds is one system of language, and letters and writing is another system of language. So for pronunciation, we focus on sounds, okay? So here's another example for you. How many vowel letters do you find in the English alphabet? There are 5, right? Let's say them. A, E, I, O, and U. 5 vowel letters. We have 5 letters, but how many sounds do you think we can get from these 5 letters? The answer is anywhere from 13 to 15 sounds, okay? So there's no one-to-one relationship. One sound can have different spellings, or one letter can have different pronunciations, okay? So when you're doing your work, when you're working on pronunciation, we're practicing those sounds. In order to know how many sounds you need, which will be important when you're starting to practice syllables, okay? So how many sounds you hear doesn't have to be the same as the number of letters in a word. Let's do some practice and look at this. So what's this word here? Hot. There are 3 letters, H-O-T, in this word. How many sounds? Ah, t, hot. Also 3, okay? So sometimes they overlap, other times they don't. How about the example, shoe? You have 4 letters, S-H-O-E. How many sounds do you hear when you say shoe? Sh, oo. Only 2 sounds, okay? How about tape? Again, 4 letters. T, A, P, tape. 3 sounds. Last one. How many sounds do you hear in the word teeth? Teeth. There's 5 letters here. How many sounds? T, E, F, teeth. 3 sounds. So notice when you have 2 vowels, like this double E here, we don't pronounce each vowel. When you have a TH or an SH, those letters combine together to create one sound, okay? So you have to be careful there. And this, I hope, helps you to understand about the difference between letters and sounds, okay? So as you go to do your homework, you'll be able to do practice exercise just like this. Thank you.